Look at that. I am live. What is going on, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Los Tres Maduros, the Monday night edition. I am your host, Dunkan Echevarria, your Cigar Consigliere. Look, we even got trees here. We got plants, we got trees. Telling you, this place is always changing. Remember, everybody, this is just for entertainment purposes only. Laugh, have a good time. We got a fun show ahead of us right now. What's going on, podcasters? To everybody right now that is listening everywhere, watching everywhere, thank you very much. As always, everybody, I truly appreciate the love. And honestly, you guys are all amazing. If you're here with us tonight, you are great cigarologists, all of you. You are fantastic people, all of you. You are the cream of the crop, in my humble opinion. So, I'm gonna see if I can find me. If I can find me basically on my little screen. I don't want to miss out on anybody's commentary or whatnot. Excited about that. So, today we're gonna talk about a few things. One of them is I got a great little package from Robert Wright and Bugsy Siegel, of course, of Pura Sol Cigars. Very excited about that. As you guys know, we have a great show lined up with them this coming Wednesday. I got some information. They sent me information on their blends, on what it is that we got. So I'm really super duper excited about this, guys. I mean, this is no joke. This is for real. I mean, there's information here. I mean, I'm like, wow, this is. And speaking of which, there he is, Bugsy Siegel. What's going on, young man? Again, you caught me red-handed with the information you guys sent me. So super duper excited about that. And there's my mom watching. Muy buenas noches, mi querida viejita linda. Q-Dog from down south. What's happening, man? Quincy, all the best to you, man. Just tell me, everybody. I want to go over tonight a couple of things. You know, I got some great information from Pura Sol Cigars. We're going to be interviewing Robert Wright, 30 years in the industry. He's done some amazing stints working with Davidoff, with Camacho. He worked with another, you guys are going to think this is kind of weird, but he worked with Swisher Tobacco, which you guys know who that is, right? They own Drew Estate Acid, all that stuff. So this guy is not a novice. He's not new to the game. I'm looking forward to this interview. We're going to have the right hand, Bugsy Siegel right there. He's going to be with us. We're going to have Robert as well. So they're going to tell us a little bit about, who they are, what they're doing, what this is all about, what Pura Sol is all about, which I'm super duper stoked about it. I'm very excited about it. And I'm not gonna go any deeper into this, because I want to save some for Wednesday. That's exciting right there. I'm gonna get my cigar going. If you guys don't mind, if you guys are okay with that. So here's the thing. Tonight I'm gonna do something a little on the different side. I'm gonna be brutally honest. I'm gonna tell you guys this cigar. Came across it. It's one of the sample cigars. I get it sent a lot from folks who either own small factories or during the game or whatnot. And by that I mean they're in the cigar industry. So a lot of times I tell everybody, if you're gonna smoke a cigar for the very, very first time and you really don't know a lot about it, one of the weird psychologies that I utilize, that I say is, I'm gonna smoke the cigar as if I want to hate it. I know, and it doesn't sound right. It doesn't sound like like I got all my wheels going the right way. But I want to smoke a cigar that I've never smoked before. I want to smoke a cigar that it's been sent to me as a sample for me to gauge it. I want to approach it like I really don't want to like this cigar. I don't want to like it. I don't want to love it. I don't want to even have a good time with it, because if the opposites happen, well then, wow factor is in the works. So, it is from my look of it. It's a 6x60. Not my my go-to size, as you guys know that. but it's beautiful. It's got some great color. You can see it. It's nice. You know, it's a little mottled. It's a little mottled. As you can tell. Different colorations in there. But it's not ugly. It's not ugly. It's not a bad looking cigar. I did a very teeny weeny little gentle cut. Nothing crazy. I'm gonna be drinking a little bit of iced coffee. I love drinking iced coffee at nighttime. Sort of gets the juices flowing for what I may want to do. Really excited about that. So let's get this guy going. Let's see what happens. 6x60. My understanding, it is an Ecuadorian. Actually, it's not it's an Ecuadorian Habano Maduro wrapper. So yes, it is an Ecuadorian Habano Maduro. It's a little bit darker than a standard Habano, thereby it's considered a Maduro, okay? Just want to point that out to you. Alberto Valencia, muy buenas noches. Espero que usted esté bien. Desde Bilba, México, el Club de Aficionados al Tabaco y sus... Óigame, que Dios me lo bendiga a todos. Sinceramente, qué gran placer tenerlos ustedes aquí. De verdad que sinceramente, wow, me honran con su presencia. Alberto, muchas gracias. ¿Verdad que el tabaco no luce feo? Tiene sus descoloraciones, pero no es una cosa horrible. Vaya, he visto peores tabacos, he visto cosas que hay que salir corriendo de la factoría, pero no está malo. It's not bad. Just again saying to Alberto Valencia, he's actually watching from Mexico, which I love that. Que viva Mexico. I love Mexico. Years ago, I did business there in Xochimilco. Xochimilco is considered, I don't know if you guys know this, that they have some of the most beautiful canals, beautiful flowers, just amazing. If I'm not mistaken correctly, Ixtapa is actually a region where the finest onyx in the world originates from Ixtapa, Mexico. So if you guys did not know that also, Xochimilco, beautiful canals, beautiful tourist area, fantastic. Ixtapa, of course, I was in the interior design business years ago, so we did business buying slabs of onyx from this region in Mexico. Again, Alberto, estoy hablando básicamente que años atrás tuve la dicha de visitar México y hacíamos negocio muchos años atrás también en México. So, me encanta la área de Xochimilco, muy bonita, con los canales que son estilo venecianos, muy lindos, muy turísticos, muy bellos. México tiene unas secciones y regiones muy bellas. Ixtapa, que por lo que tengo entendido también es una de las áreas productoras de onyx, de la piedra onyx más espectacular del mundo entero. So again, I don't mean to be going too deep into the whole bilingual stuff, guys. I apologize. I'm always excited when we have a cigar brother from a Latin country. Always very excited about that. So I'm about to light this guy up real quick. We have a big match. Tenemos un fósforo un fosforito. Bueno, tenemos un palo para prender el tabaco. Es lo que tenemos. We got a big one right here. Look at that. So what I like to do is, like I said earlier, I like to approach a cigar like I'm really gonna hate it. So I had done a pre-light draw on this, and it was perfect airflow. Like, guys, I mean, absolutely sublime. Like, very well constructed, really nicely done. Ecuadorian Habano Maduro wrapper. I believe the fillers and binders are all Honduran. You kill me right now. I'm not 100% sure. I did not receive all the information. So I just got a little info on this, so I'm going with it. And here we got, oh my God, look, we have Captain James Kirk of the USS Enterprise, which, by the way, it's officially parked right outside Puerto Rico. It's there. It's in the waters. ¿Cómo estamos, Roberto? Dime, ¿qué se cuenta, mi hermanito? Un puertorriqueño, un mexicano, un cubano y gente linda también. I love it, man. So many of my Latino brothers. I get very super excited when folks from other countries jump on board. But being Cuban and me, of course, my original native language was Spanish. I get very super excited. A lot of times, one of the things that has served me really well in this industry is the fact of the matter that I approach pronunciation of everything when it comes to cigars as purely as of course, that's my first language, English my second. So I don't say Habano. I rarely do I go Habano, a nice Habano wrapper, because again, the H is silent. I like to always utilize every proper pronunciation. And when I do that, it's because I want to make sure that, anybody who's with me, they catch it, and, I can help them. So when they go looking for a particular cigar or a blend or whatnot, they know exactly what to ask and even pronunciate that correctly and help others. I love that. I love to propagate proper knowledge about cigars. Bueno, honestamente, una muy buena pregunta. Alberto Valencia has just asked, what do I like to use best to light a cigar? Do I use cedar spliffs? Do I use matches? Do I use, torches? What do I use? So it's a wonderful question, and I'm glad that he asked it. I've done videos on this before, and I have an anecdote on this as well. So, Alberto, enseguida la voy a responder. Dame un momentico nada más. Pardon me. Excuse me, everybody. Great. I love that. A cold coffee is delicious. Now let's get a few puffs, right? Oh my God. Okay, so voluminous smoke, right? Good smoke output tells me that that's good airflow. I'm not struggling at all. I'm not struggling at all. So a little zing right there. There's a little pop of spice. There's a little, hey, how you doing? No hay nada que perdonar, hermano. Usted pregunta lo que quiera preguntar. Y mira, esto es un tabaco ejemplar que una factoría me mandó a mí, y entonces para ver cuál era mi opinión. So again, James Kirk is asking what it is that I'm smoking, and I said it's actually a sample. I received, being in this industry for 20 years, and having been a retailer, a tobacconist, played several roles. A lot of companies have sent me samples always. A lot of times it's not the big guys that I look for. God bless it. If I get a box of Camachos, woo, hallelujah. But I don't look for that. What I look for is small companies sending me their products, particularly unbanded. I don't want to be biased about anything. I don't want to know what the name is. I don't care about it. They sent me some information on the actual blend, and I just go to town and I give them back feedback. So it's actually part of my business to be able to do that as a completely unbiased, straight shooter from the hip about a product that they either need to refine, work on, or it's spot on. So I do that as a side business as well. So I get a lot of products sent into me just for that alone. James, no, es Pura Sol. Es la compañía y la gente que vamos a tener el miércoles. Esto no es un Pura Sol, esto es una compañía de Miami, por lo que tengo entendido, una pequeña factoría. It's a small factory out of Miami. Will Got Skills, what's going on, man? And you are watching from Periscope. Hey, look at that. Trade down. Do you know what TAA means? I believe it's Tobacco Association of America, if I'm not mistaken. And that, Trey, as a matter of fact, a real good question. Albert, let me answer this question that Albert asked earlier, and I do know TAA. Again, the reasoning behind that, it's a little, you know what? God, how do I say this without sounding like a dick? I don't mean it in a bad way, but I don't want to go and attack anybody. But give me about a minute, and I'll come right back to your question. I'm actually I'm gonna put this on the screen because it is a great question, and I love that. So Alberto, mira. Me había preguntado que con qué yo usualmente prendo un puro. Bueno, bien rápido. I'm going to say this in English. As you guys know, the story of Pepin Garcia from My Father Cigars was the guy that basically, slapped me across the face, without really doing it, and reminded me of who I was, where I was from. And, my family has known the Garcias from way back in the days in Pinar del Rio, which is a region of tobacco growing areas in Cuba. Not to go into the whole deep things, but in essence, my dad's family has known them, and so on and so forth. So one day, Pepin and I were in this office. This was years ago, And I'm cutting my cigar, fancy, lighting it. And he said, "You know what, man? Remember who you were." And he bit the tip off, and he used a big lighter. And ever since then, I have always used whatever the heck is at hand, and whatever, it doesn't matter. So the one thing I draw a cardinal rule against is using like it's okay, I'm a professional. Things fall here. So this is a it's a big lighter, but it has an insert. So it has it it's empty right now. But if you guys see, it's got a two jet burner. So I don't use Zippos. I mean, actually, I don't use Zippo lighters ever that are the chemical burn. Never. Propane, not a problem. And I'll use whatever. I'll use a big lighter. So yo utilizo básicamente cualquier cosa menos que una fosforera Zippo que tiene el sabor químico ese que le da el lubrillante o lo que se le eche. No me gusta, pero yo utilizo cualquier cosa. Tuve una pequeña historia con Pepín García, el patriarca de la compañía My Father Cigars, que fue gran amigo de la familia de mi padre en Cuba. Pues ellos se rieron de mí cuando me vieron con una cortadora y una fosforera muy bonita, pero acuérdate de quién tú eres. Los cubanos en Cuba, que pobre que somos reyes cuando tenemos un big lighter. So, la excepción, no utilizo un Zippo. Everything else goes. Lo que sea. And then, of course, my big brother Care Viajante. What's going on, Olaf? How you doing, brother? So everybody, best show in town right now. Thursday nights, it is slamming, dude. We had such a great time last Thursday. I met everybody for the very first time, and I listen. You know what? I don't mean this in a bad way, but I absolutely fell deeply, madly in love with Lars Tietens of Lars Tietens Cigars. What an amazingly awesome dude! Absolutely love him. I'm looking forward to more shows that involve him. So there we go. I'm super happy about that. This cigar, as I said, it's a sample. I get samples sent in to me all the time. I specifically don't ask for a lot of information. The reason for that is because I need to go into the cigar pretty much as blind as possible. So when I write my information back, they have pretty much a very honest and clean and concise, yay or nay on their cigars. So again, all I know about this one, it is an Ecuadorian Habano Maduro wrapper. Filler binders, I believe, are from Honduras. I left it at that. So I'm going on construction. I'm going on flavors. I'm going on a lot of different things that I look for in this cigar. The only other piece of information I do require always is the dollar value of this cigar. So this, I know it is a $9 cigar. Will it be all $9? I don't know. So it's actually a great way. It's how I do business. When factories approach me, I said, absolutely, send me what you need me to try out, and I'll gladly give you my best and honest reply or research on what you're giving me. So Trey Dahl had a great question, real quick, because I do have a couple of things I want to talk to you guys about. And podcasters, we're 18 minutes in. So remember, for the podcasters, you can also continue watching on Facebook. You can also watch on YouTube. We're on Periscope. We're on Twitch. We are pretty much on 3 channels on Facebook. My personal channel, Dunkan Echevarria. We're also on the Doña NOLI Cigars and Doña NOLI Cigar Shop channel. On YouTube, we're on Los Tres Maduros. So again, we're out there. So if this thing wraps up in 30 minutes, actually in the next 11 minutes, and you want to know more, you want to see what happens after, definitely look us up. And I'm telling you, the show only gets better at the last part of it. But back to the question, Trey Dow. The question was, what do I know? Do I know what TAA means and why some cigar store owners get TAA cigars and some don't? So TAA is Tobacco Association of America. From my understanding, if that hasn't changed, that's what it is. So TAA is created, or was created, basically to be part of a premium line that is exclusively created for accounts that are selling X amount per year. At one point, and if I'm saying this incorrectly, and please, anyone out there, jump in and correct me. I'm all about that. But from my understanding, you had to be 1 million plus in cigar sales per year to be able to qualify for TAA, and also you have to be by recommendation. So you have to be recommended by another TAA member for membership status. So, for example, I know that there's like the Tinderbox here, of course, is a TAA member. Old Virginia Tobacco is a TAA member. Davidas. I mean, some of the big boy players are TAA members. Of course, Famous. I mean, a lot of these guys, because of the amount and volume that they retail, do sales in, automatically they qualify for that. So it's also an approach that exactly. Stephen Herman says, only the best for the best. And Stephen, I'm glad you're on, because if you guys don't know this, Stephen is one of those guys that I know he's a go-to individual for reviews. He's a go-to individual for great information on cigars. So I have been a retailer in the past. Now, it's funny. I worked at a shop down in South Carolina, but we chose to not be part of TAA. Even though our numbers, we were roughly doing about 2.3 million, or borderline somewhere in that, 2-ish million range. By the time I finished with them, but under my recommendation, I said, we don't need to do that. We don't need to jump in that, because one of the things that is also looked at, if you're a member of TA, you are supposed to buy X quantity when you go to the TAA, festival, if you will, which is only for members of the Tobacco Association of America. You go there, then you see the guys who are producing, like the what do you call this, the Pete Johnson stuff, like when anybody is creating a TAA cigar, those retailers are basically committing themselves to buying X of those cigars. It's not they have to, but they're sort of expected to. So that's that. Those cigar blends are created exclusively only for TAA. Yeah, exactly. It's the VIP Cool Kids Club. It's it's like the cheerleader squad. It's like the jock squad. All that BS. And I've never been a fan. I think there's actually a lot of great cigars that are not necessarily TAA that are out there. So if that's the case, I have no need of. I've never been one of the cool kids. I mean, Jesus, God knows, I've never been one of the cool kids. I was a bit of a bully. But no, I mean, I've never found the need when I have been in certain environments that, although the numbers qualified us, never made sense to me to be part of that. So I hope I helped a little bit, Trey. I hope that you're still there, and maybe that helped you. There are some amazing blends that are created exclusively for TAA members. But if you're a mom and pop shop and you're the Angels Amble, yeah, yep. Yeah, I'll tell you what, man, you get hit over the head with that hammer pretty heavy on that Amble. I can tell you that much, because they want you to buy. They really want you to buy that stuff. So, but again, it's one of those things, if you're a successful, thriving brick and mortar shop, you don't want to be a part of it. Great, like I said, it's not a must. You don't have to. If and it was only by invitation, so you're approached. We were, and I gave the advice that we did not need to. So that was, I don't know if it was a good thing or a bad thing, but I did that. So I did that. I take full responsibility, and it was great because we acted on it the right way. Hey, yeah, absolutely, Trey. Yeah, now kicks in right now. Love it. Yes. By the way, guys, Trey is an amazing. Correct me if I'm wrong, right? As you just said, 20s inspired musician. She does the whole part, the hat, the outfit. I absolutely think she's awesome. So if what, I'll tell you what, man. If anybody, listen, you want good music, and she knows her cigars hands down. So thank you, Trey. I appreciate you watching. That is awesome. Yes, absolutely. So that's great. I think the cigar went out. Lord bless it. I know it did. Let me see here. Hey, Edwin, ¿cómo estás? Benoit, what's happening, man? A lot of folks, I have my little screen here, and then I got the big screen. So this one tracks all my Facebook movement. That's from everywhere. So very, very happy about that. So again, that was a great question. I really want to say thank you for that. Super awesome. And as Stefan says, it's the cool kids club. I guess I've never been a cool kid myself, so I don't know. Hey, Kurt, are you in your travels? I know you've been to Davidas. I know you've been to Virginia Tobacco. I mean, any of the big boy players that you've been to that you've seen, like the TAA, overflowing the shelves and stuff like that. Let us know. I mean, I always love to hear Kerry's input on stuff like that, because he's done way more traveling to cigar establishments than I've ever had. I mean, my background, it's more like stuff comes to me, and I deal with folks, from one location as opposed to, being all over the place. First of all, before I get on that one, hey, Steven, what's going on, man? Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you. Thank you. If anybody out there also wants to chime in on the question that Steven has posted, real quick, I definitely want to put it out there. Steven, if I'm not mistaken, there is something called Tobacconist University, and that is a product that used to be a product of the IPCPR. Now it's PCA. So if I'm not mistaken, that was a program that they offered. So if anybody wanted to be a certified tobacconist, you could do that as well. Again, I think it's a fantastic thing. In there, they have different curriculums. I think that they also have a cigar sommelier. They have a consumer certification. They have different criteria that you can look at, and you can take all these courses and get certifications on that. To work in becoming a tobacconist, I've been at this for 20 plus years. I'm a certified tobacconist myself, but it happened well before I guess the advent of these programs came about. I mean, I've been doing it since Miami, and I think my certification came from the guys that I worked hand in hand with to learn a little bit about this industry. And more of that, believe it or not, ended up being, proud moments of, shaking hands, like, hey, man, you learned this. We're glad that you apprentice with us. We're glad that you learned this with us. And then eventually, I did get a little, little cute, little adorable certificate, down the line. And I was like, okay, whatever, now I'm certified. But I think the core is to begin maybe part-time in your favorite brick and mortar shop, part-time, in a nice environment where you're going to be exposed to reps coming and going, where you can talk to them, where you can learn about their product lines. And it begins also with not being afraid to smoke. Just get outside of your box. What do you normally smoke? Begin experimenting. Begin doing your own research. Look at that. I want to be you, man. You know what? I'm a certified cold coffee expert. Oh my God. I like that. It just, really good. I gotta relight the cigar because I know this son of a gun just died on me. I know it. To prove a point. Yeah, it's gone. But real quick, everybody. This is I get a lot of cigar samples sent in to me. Sometimes it's just one cigar. Sometimes it's 3, 4, 5, 6. A dozen. One of the prerequisites that I always ask is that do not send me a cigar with rings or with any fluff. I don't like that. I want to. A lot of these companies that I work with are small factory environments, and nice. Look at the Budweiser course. Oh, man, I love it. That's why it makes excellent TAA cigars. Absolutely, I give them props to Kingdom Come when it comes to that. So I agree with that statement right there. They do make amazing TAA cigars. But so again, back to this one. This came in a pack a couple of weeks back. It's a little place down in Miami. Every now and then they send me some stuff, a random pack of some unique little things. And this is a 660 Ecuadorian Habano Maduro. Filler and binder are Honduran. I don't know much else except that I asked. My criteria is no rings. Give me a little bit of info, but don't tell me the whole blend, and price point. That's when I begin to work when I smoke the cigar as to, is everything leading up to that price point value? And if such, did it fulfill that? So this is a $9 cigar, 6x60. So far, it's not bad. It's not bad. I'm enjoying it, you know. Okay, no, you know, thank you, man. Always. Stephen Herman is one, of course, of the four horsemen of the cigar apocalypse. If I even said that correctly. Kirby Ahante, Stephen Herman, Bob the Cigar Guy, and yours truly, the four horsemen of the cigar apocalypse. I don't know. Imagínate. What can I tell you? A ver, let me see. Alberto, si estás ahí todavía, muchas gracias por continuar. Predominantemente el show es en inglés, pero cualquier pregunta en español la puedes hacer, que yo con mucho gusto la puedo traducir. I was just telling Alberto, who is watching us from Mexico, I said, you know, if he's got any questions, English or Spanish, that he can, you know, toss them up, and I can translate them, and I'll answer them, you know, to the best of my abilities. Half the time, you know, I don't even know what the heck I'm saying because I'm so excited when I'm smoking a cigar. I'm like, I even forget my own name. And speaking of Finley's, our favorite Finley is watching. So, Caitlin, I was just saying that, you know, your dad is one of the four horsemen. It's Stefan, Kirby Ahante, Bob Finley, and myself. We are the four horsemen of this cigar apocalypse or olips. I have no idea. I don't even know what I'm saying. So I'm looking to see if this cigar is going to give me all $9 worth. It's not my preferential choice. I don't do 6x60s a lot. I actually had this wonderful discussion not too long ago. As a matter of fact, it was in last Thursday's show, the Stogie Road Diaries, when Lars and I were in agreement. You know, we smaller is better. Smaller ring gauges is way better. So, but you know, every now and then you go outside of the box. You go outside of the norm and you smoke something different. It's got a lot of great flavor. I'm enjoying this cigar. It's got some really good flavor. Like, it's hitting me right inner cheeks, right in there. I'm like, I like that. It's tasty. It's tangy. Yes, there is a tanginess to it. So I'm enjoying it. And as you guys all know, I am not a reviewer. Never have been, never will be. So when you hear me talk sometimes, it's just whatever I'm getting. You know, if I tell you I'm getting tobacco, I'm getting tobacco. That's all I'm getting. If I'm getting a little tanginess, then yes, there's a little tanginess. It's a little richness. And I'm loving it. With this cold coffee, really, really on point. Lots of great smoke. Perfect draw. I mean, perfect freaking draw. Perfect draw. There is nothing wrong with this draw. You know, so far, I'm going to say at $9, it's not bad. At $9, I'm okay with it. My price point criteria for 80% of what any retailer should be carrying should be always between the three, and I brought it down. Many reasons why. From $3 to $10. $3 to $10, that should be 80% of your inventory. 80%. The rest, have fun. You know, bring in the $20 or $30 cigars, the $50 cigars. Bring in whatever you want. Doesn't matter. Bring in whatever you like. But the core, the base foundation, the rock solid, you know, pyramid of Giza should be 80%, $3 to $10. Muy buena pregunta. Muy buena pregunta. Albert is basically saying, Alberto, his question is, what do we like to drink when we smoke, or what do we pair? I know that Kirby Ahante, you are a diehard coffee guy. You know, What's going on? Look, now, I always forget, man. What's going on, Living Large? Que pasa, mi hermano? Saludos. All the best to the main man of Chicago, Chi-Town himself is watching right now. God bless you. Hope you're doing well. Hope the winter's not being too hard. So, I'm actually going to put this question here in Spanish. I love this. Alberto, muchas gracias. Again, his question in English is, what do we like to drink when we smoke? So, tonight, I am smoking my own concoction. This is a cold coffee. I add a little bit of chocolate in there because I really wanted, some of the darker notes in my coffee to kind of like play off with the cigar. And let me tell you, coffee and chocolate are besties for life. I'm just saying that right there. They are besties for life. So for tonight's cigar, that's what I chose. Para el tabaco de esta noche, para el puro de esta noche, estoy fumándome una propia mezcla que yo hice de un café frío, lo que yo le eché un poquito de chocolate y leche para que, un poquito más de cremosidad. Y también me encanta porque el gusto del chocolate es una perfecta pareja también para el café. Y café y chocolate juegan muy bien con el tabaco. There you go. See, Living Large just said it right there. I'm going to go ahead and pick you out right now. Look at you. Cafecito, ron, little Johnny Walker black or blue, depending upon the budget. Nothing wrong with that. I love it. My cousin, Big John, he's a huge Johnny Walker guy. I mean, like huge. And again, I will also, believe it or not, guys, literally just do water. Many times, I don't even have my glass. I have like a little blue glass, and I will just fill it up with water. And that's all I'm doing because I really didn't want to get everything. So I'm sort of familiar with this factory's products. So I didn't want to do water today again. I wanted to do things a little different to really see. They said it's a rich, strong cigar. So I wanted to pair it with something a little bit richer notes, a little bit heavier, more robust flavors. So that's why I did my cold coffee with a little bit of chocolate, a little bit of other, little stuff that I threw in there. Just, I like it. I like that stuff. So, Howard Stokes, what's going on right there? A little waving right there. It's a little, yeah, sample. I love that. There's something about that crisp Italian, what do you call it? Like a little seltzer water. I love that. Believe it or not, a long time ago, I was a diehard, what's that French one? Perrier. I used to drink Perrier all the time with cigars because it cleansed the palate very, very quickly. Great question. Excelente pregunta. Wonderful. It's something that I mentioned earlier, as a matter of fact. In Mexico, of course, there is more flexibility to get Cuban cigars. So Cuban sizes are not 660. This is not a Cuban size. This is not a classic Cuban. It's not. So this is, again, does not exist in Cuba unless it's specifically made for a particular reason. So his question is, what is my favorite Vitola, which, as you guys know, and you guys all know what Vitola is. Don't make me have to repeat it again. Okay, I'm going to say it. Vitola means what ring gauge or size or style of a shape, is my favorite or the best for me to smoke. So let me see here, a little wave. What's going on, Stephen K? Stephen K, I know he's watching. He's not a cigar guy, but I gotta give a shout out to this kid. Dame un chance, Alberto. Seguida estoy contigo. Stephen K is an amazing American. Love this kid. I have followed him going on almost 8-9 years. He does martial arts. He started from a white belt. He is now, I believe, third dan. I mean, he's nationally ranked. He does forms, beautiful martial artist in taekwondo, swords. I mean, just a fantastic kid. Recently bought a house with his partner, so congratulations, man. What an amazing kid, a true American kid. That, I mean, I love his value system. And of course, my buddy Cortez. What's going on, Cortez? Also from south of the border, man. Again, Stephen, that's a shout out to you, man. Thank you very, very much. all the best to you, your partner, and your loved ones. Congratulations on your new job at TJ Maxx. All the best, honestly. So, Alberto, mira, favorito para mí es el clásico Churchill de 7 por 48 a 750. El clásico. I don't do a lot of weird shaped Churchills. Me gusta el soberano o presidente. Ese es el tabaco más grande que fumo, que es un 8 y medio por 52. La razón por la cual, porque me gusta el tiempo para fumar. Me da todo el tiempo habido por haber. Pero mi vitola favorita, sin falla, es el clásico Lancero, que es un 7 por 38. 7 por 38, 7 por 42 juega, pero es lo que es mi favorito. So, as I was saying to him in Spanish, my favorite vitola, of course, I stick around the Churchills because I love the length of time. They're absolutely sublime. And I go to the classic Churchill sizes 7 by 48, 7 by 50. That's the range. 48, 50, that's a Churchill. The Soberano or Presidente sizes, which are 8 and a half, remember, by 50 to 52. I love them again because they're long smokes. It gives me all day to smoke them. I love those two for the length of time. 1 second. Fantastic. I love this. Good flavors, man. Good flavors. Good, rich, intense tobacco flavor. It's absolutely really delicious on the palate. As I said, when I started this, I go into cigar smoking when I'm asked by factories to smoke blends that they're working on. I go into it like I want to hate it. I don't want to like it. I want to hate it. I want to not enjoy it. I want to break it down and say this is garbage, because then I'm really happy when it doesn't go down that way. So back to it. My favorite, though, Vitola, my favorite size, always has been the classic Lancero size. I love it. Any variation on it, of course, I'm a big fan. You got your Panatelas, which is not a Lancero, but you got a Panatela, a Longsdale as well. They're all variations on these beautiful traditional Cuban sizes. Las Panatelas, los Longsdales, los Lanceros, son tamaños clásicos cubanos que me encantan a mí también, porque eso sí es fumar de verdad, es elegante, es el fumar de un caballero. When you're smoking those sizes, it's elegant smoking. It is a gentleman's smoke at that time. So keep that in mind, folks. Think about that. Don't attack so much the size being small as weak, but it's more of a gentlemanly size. It's a true cigar, not aficionado, a true cigar connoisseur's size. Remember what we had this discussion. Aficionado is just a fan of. A connoisseur is someone who understands, knows, and literally really is knowledgeable in what they do. So, Ángel Manotas Nieves, buenas, saludos para ti. Muchas gracias por estar con nosotros, muy apreciado. So, Alberto, espero que por lo menos haya respondido un poquitico a esa pregunta. I hope I answered that question a little bit. Very, very excited about that, man. Great question, fantastic. Anybody wants to chime in on what your favorite size? Again, nothing is a bad answer. There are no bad answers. If you're a fan of the 660, man, rock and roll with it, baby. Take it to the nth degree. If you're a fan of something bigger, I don't know what to say. I'm staying quiet on that one. But, Michael Carter, the big MC himself. What's, man, Michael? I'm telling you, I owe you a big hug and a smooch. You're getting a smooch, Mike. I've missed you, man. I've missed you. Getting a hug and a smooch when I see you. There may be a picture of that happening because then I'll blow it up all over social media. Michael Carter getting smooched by a big, hairy Cuban guy. I don't know. Just saying. It could help us sell a couple of videos. I don't know. Delicious. I made my own little cold coffee concoction. Absolutely on point. And with this cigar, really, really hits the mark. Son of a gun, you know what? Did you see that? It went out. It's okay. It happens. Listen, feelings are not going to get hurt. Let's see, Albert. Bueno, sí, interesantemente sí he fumado pipa, sí la he fumado. No soy un gran experto ni soy fanático, no soy conocedor lo suficiente, pero sí he fumado pipa. So yes, his question was if I have smoked actually in a pipe. And I hope you guys don't think I'm picking on Albert. He's got some good questions. I'm just putting them out there. He says, have I smoked on a pipe before? Have I smoked a pipe? So I said clearly, in this one, I fall within the range of an aficionado. I'm a fan, but I'm not knowledgeable enough. I don't know enough. I may know enough to get in trouble with smoking a pipe. Tobacco in the pipes. Tobacco in the pipe. But it's funny, and I do enjoy it. I do enjoy it, but it's every now and then. Me gusta la pipa, pero es obviamente tabaco, puro tabaco. Déjame aclararlo. Pero es una cosa que, digamos, Alberto, raro, de vez en cuando así, saco mi pipa. Yo tengo una church warden, que es la de pues la del mango largo, y sí la fumo, pero no muy a menudo, que digamos, quizás porque como no conozco lo suficiente, tú sabes. Pero bueno, I love pipe. The smell is fantastic. You know what, it's funny, in any cigar shop, if you ask around what is the only other smell that guys and ladies tolerate and enjoy and like, it's pipe smells. I agree wholeheartedly with that. Let me know, that's actually pretty much on point. Pipe smells. It's beautiful. It's a wonderful, rich, gorgeous aroma that permeates the air. So I do like it. That's an amazing question, Mike. I don't believe, and I don't want to say the wrong thing, in my life that I have interacted with and dealt with, I've had the pleasure of being inside of Habanos SA and Tabacuba, which are the two companies that regulate both production, manufacturing, exportation of Cuban tobacco. I don't think that they do. I don't believe so. Possibly speaking, because the demand for the Cuban tobacco pure product is so much more higher than anything that pipe tobacco could be. Now, that being said, that does not mean that pipe tobacco is not smoked in Cuba. I agree wholeheartedly. Living large, yeah. Nothing beats cigars aroma. But that's a great question. Also, I believe that climate is not quite right to produce the tobacco that would go for pipe tobacco. Again, that's why I tell a lot of folks I don't know pipe tobacco much. It's like literally infinitesimal, tiny in comparison to what I know about cigars and tobacco that is utilized for cigars. But it's funny. You gave me some homework. I'm actually looking forward to answering that question on Wednesday's show. So bring it up again on Wednesday's show. I will have at least, if not the answer, I will have some answer for that. How's that? I give you my word on that one. So yeah, that was a great question. Honestly, it's amazing. Gracias por estar con nosotros, Andrés. Muchas gracias. Rosy, hola, ¿cómo estás, Rosy? Gracias por estar mirando. So, interestingly enough, my grandfather on my mom's side years ago, and it's funny, he used to smoke Prince Albert pipe tobacco. And he went to the University of Ohio in Athens, and he graduated with a doctorate in pharmaceutical medicine. So he also, in that time when he was going to school up there, he worked at a local pipe and tobacco shop. So they, for many years after he left the United States, would ship him his pipe tobacco to Cuba. Go figure. And I think also because there's a little too much work involved with pipes that I have stayed away from it. I agree to that. Living large. Although from what I hear from those who know, you do want a cake, which is that buildup around the inside of the bowl. Where you stuff it with tobacco. You want that to build up. What you do a lot of cleaning is a stem. So, but again, I'm not that guy. I wish I was a little bit more knowledgeable. You're right, but it is very classy. It is something that's very unique, very, very beautiful. I'm trying to see if I have. I thought I had my church warden close by, and I don't. I don't have it close by. Maybe for next show, I'll have it. Hey Don, how are you? Look, Don's watching. Thank you very much, Don. My best to you and John Shave, Don's husband, a true cigar purist, a what I call cigarologist, for real. I mean, John Shave is awesome when it comes to cigar knowledge. He is a beast and the nicest guy ever. Frequents a lot to Statesville, so I love it. Sí, bueno, es posible que sí. No te voy a decir que sí. Voy a decir es posible. He's saying if Punch and Gurkha do pipe tobacco, I'm going to say possibly. I'm not going to say yes. I'm going to say possibly. Again, I don't pursue pipe tobacco that much, and I feel absolutely horrible about that. You guys are bringing up some really great questions when it comes to pipes, but again, I'm a cigar guy. I'm a cigar. We need to do a show a little bit more dedicated to pipes one day. I know one of our good friends, Thomas, smokes a good pipe. I believe that Seamus may sporadically smoke a pipe. So again, nothing wrong with that. I'm all about it. We're coming up on the last 9 minutes, everybody. I'm going to begin a little bit of the wrap up. If you guys are okay with that, again, we're having some really, really good discussions. Bruce, what's going on, Bruce? I haven't had a chance to check the phone. I'm expecting, hopefully, God willing, some good news. Again, on this one, they may. I mean, Gurkha is very diversified, but I don't know if they do pipe tobacco. I really don't know. I'm a big Gurkha fan myself. I mean, I know contrary to all the stuff that happened last year and whatnot, which again, we did a show on that, and I would say, you know what, don't judge the company completely, judge the idiot who opened his mouth, and that's what I say. So, Bruce, my phone's charging, and as soon as I'm done with the show, I'll go check. Hopefully, again, I'm expecting good news. Bruce, the National Sales Director for Karen Berger and Don NOLI Cigars. Great, amazing blends. Fantastic supporters of this show as well. And again, just want to say that real quick. But I remember, everybody, we have Robert Wright and Bugsy Siegel from Pura Soul Cigars going to be with us live on StreamYard this coming Wednesday. I'm looking forward to it from 6 o'clock to 7. It's going to be fantastic. Pura Soul Cigars, again, a boutique brand of cigars. Very excited about that. Actually, I did find out where they're at. I was wondering where these guys were at. I thought they were like New York, but they're not. Ready for this? Miami based. Isn't that awesome? Miami based. Great question. I'm gonna put this one up as the last question for the evening. Voy a poner esta como la última pregunta de la noche. El show, vamos a cerrarlo en unos minuticos, pero la última pregunta es, great question. In sports, what would anybody combine with a good cigar? Alberto de loves baseball. Well, I'm Cuban, so I love baseball too. I love soccer. So when I'm watching, sporting events, usually, and my attention span goes that way. It's a baseball game. It's a soccer game. Or I'm a bit of a pugilist. I love boxing. There's just something about that. Golf. I think golf is fantastic if you're gonna marry them together. I think that's actually really great. You can't smoke a cigar when you're playing baseball. I wish you could. Mira, ahí está la respuesta de Living Large. Él le gusta también el béisbol y el golf, que hace una pareja perfecta para jugar golf y fumarse un buen puro. I think it's actually a perfect sport right there. You nailed it. For watching, I mean, I love a good soccer game because it gives me plenty of time to smoke 1 or 2 good cigars. I like a good baseball game. I really don't have favorite teams, believe it or not. I like a good game because I enjoy them. As a child, I played baseball also when I was a kid, and stuff like that. So I think baseball is the American game. I know Kerry was a football player, American football. So, I like a good football game, but I've never understood the dynamics too much. I'm always getting a little bit lost. I know that, one team has got to beat the garbage out of the other one and then take the ball and run it and score. So I laugh a lot more with football than I do with any other sport. I think it's awesome. Great big guys chasing one little guy with a ball and all that good stuff. So I think it's hilarious. This Wednesday, you cannot miss it. You cannot miss it. It's going to be amazing. Alberto, no, muchas gracias a ti. Mira, todo lo mejor, sinceramente, que Dios te bendiga. Eres una bella persona. Te estiro la mano de amistad desde aquí, desde Carolina del Norte, los Estados Unidos. Tienes aquí un servidor, Dunkan Ramón Echevarria, para lo que sea. Thank you, man. Honestly, Alberto has posted some amazing question. God bless it, man. This is what cigar fraternity is right here. This is what cigar brotherhood is. So MMA is getting big. MMA is okay. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. The whole thing, these, as you all know me, again, but two dudes, wrestling around on the ground for the better part of the 30 minutes. I don't know. It's too, it reminded me too much of Greco-Roman wrestling when I was in high school. I was like, yeah, get out of here, I don't know. It's just kind of weird. I also two dudes you throw oil on top of them. They're rubbing and never mind. I don't know. Okay, wrong pictures. Living large. Look at that. We even got my partner laughing his ass back there. I'm not a fan of MMA. I don't get it. It's not me. I'm a classic. Two dudes standing up. Let's put some boxing gloves. A regular boxing match. That's it. Everything else is it's a little too weird. It's a little too weird. I don't know. Anyways, listen. Que Dios me lo bendiga a todos. God bless everybody. I think we're ending it on a good, interesting note. Living Large, you put me on the spot, Living Large. I can't take you, man. Damn it, you Chicago mobster, you. Yeah, one day we're gonna do a show with we call those those onesies that the wrestlers use. Not pretty, I can tell you that much. But this coming Wednesday, Robert Wright, Bugsy Siegel, Pura Soul Cigars. It's going to be great, guys. It's going to be really, really awesome. So thank you, everybody, for watching. I appreciate you guys. If you stayed through to this end, you are truly amazing warriors. You guys, wow, to put up with me. You guys are awesome. God bless you all, man. Thank you so very much. And saludos siempre. Bendiciones. Many, many blessings. De verdad que without you guys, I can't do this. Have a good one. Let's have a great rest of the week. I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Take care.